Looking to sell your house? You'll need an appraisal. It should give you an unbiased estimate on the home's value. But a couple in California say they had a different experience. They say the value of their home jumped by $500,000 after they got a second appraisal. The difference that time? They hid the fact that they're black. Now they're suing the appraiser for housing discrimination. Here's NBC's Jacob Ward.
This 4-bedroom home in the hills of Marin, north of San Francisco, offers lots of light, water views, a school right down the hill.
So the house used to end right here.
Owners Paul Austin and Tanisha Tate Austin knew it was worth at least $1.3 million based on a 2019 appraisal. But looking to borrow as the housing market heated up, Paul met a new appraiser and showed her around.
And what was the number value? You open up that piece of paper and what is it?
Oh, $998,000.
Less than $1 million.
Less than $1 million.
Which means almost $400,000 less than
yes.
the appraisal you'd gotten a year earlier.
Yes.
And so they applied for a new appraisal, but this time
I'm going to guarantee that I'm going to get the appraisal that my house is supposed to get.
And in the United States, what is your best guarantee of getting the best rate possible?
Being white.
Being white.
So they worked to erase themselves from their own home.
All of our art, took that away, pictures of our family, anything that, would resemble that this home belongs to a black family. Just grabbed it all, put it all in the shed, put it all away.
And they asked a white friend to stand in when the new appraiser arrived.
So this time you open the paper and it says what?
1.482.
Yes. $500,000 difference.
Imagine what that money can do for a family. That's seed money for a business. That's a second home you could rent out. That's college tuition. Now, imagine this whole community misses out on those opportunities. It shows that this is a far larger problem than this one address.
Carla Duffy, a homeowner in Indianapolis, told NBC's Priscilla Thompson about using a similar tactic.
I met with two of my girlfriends. Both are married to white men, and I was like, okay, I need to borrow one of y'all husbands.
Her appraisal came back at double the value. A survey of studies of racial disparities in the U.S. mortgage market found that discrimination inhibits upward social mobility of minorities and exacerbates large racial disparities in wealth because home equity is crucial for building wealth. In fact, this community, known as Marin City, was held back for decades. When Paul's family moved here from the South to work in the shipyards, redlining meant it was the only place in the area where African Americans were allowed to buy a home, while white residents could buy and sell anywhere. Today, Marin City's median income is less than $30,000 a year. Neighboring Mill Valley, a mile away, is nearly 3 times that.
In theory, this home should have been your family's escape from that history.
Yes. Right. Yes. Like, we shouldn't had to repeat what my grandparents had to go through, 50 plus years ago. It's frustrating because we're not as far along in America as we think we are.
The original appraiser did not respond to our request for comment. By the time the Austins got the new appraisal, interest rates and terms meant they couldn't borrow the money they wanted, and they're now suing.
Just the process of appraising is a system that creates inequity in our country.
How do we change the system? Will our story be a catalyst to changing, the system that's negatively affecting black and brown people every day?
Shep, the Austins say that their lawsuit is about recouping the money lost during that period of time between appraisals, but they are also hoping to create some systemic change. And if you're wondering just how prevalent this problem is, well, consider that the Brookings Institution found that on average in American neighborhoods where more than 50% of residents were black, well, those homes were valued at about half the value of all white neighborhoods.